Discord real quick. I need to pop into the Discord. Let them know we live. Hold up. All right, we back. We back. Um, so I have some dope news. Um, one, I'm getting my credit card slowly but surely paid off. But two, my paintball business is starting to really take off, and now I'm starting to sell markers like back to back. So that's pretty exciting. Two, I made my first ever private deal today. Today. So it got me thinking, why am I not doing more private deals? So if you know me, if you've watched my channel, if you've been in my Discord, and you're kind of part of the group, and you ever want to do a private deal, I am down to do private deals with people that like I kind of feel like I semi know. And then on top of that, we have T Beastie, what's good? Turtle, what's good? TBC, no paintball. No, but it's going really well. Paintball is going really well, and I have a huge score that I'm going to go pick up tomorrow. So a family friend has a huge childhood binder of Pokemon cards, and they hit me up January 2nd, but I haven't been checking my inbox on Facebook or Instagram. It's hard between all these social media platforms and then kids and running a business. It's impossible to keep up with it all, and I've been like I don't know. I've been a little groggy lately. So I went to the gym today and I feel like I have all this renewed energy, and I'm like, dude, you need to keep going to the gym because it does something for my brain too. It's good for my mental health. It helps things start to flow again. And had I not gone to the gym today, I would not have tried to catch up on messages and posts. And like today, I did a YouTube short, which I never do YouTube shorts. I did a Instagram reel. I never do Instagram reels. Like I was really trying to be productive today. And yeah, going to the gym definitely helped me like renew some of my energy. So, anyways, because of that, I was checking Instagram and I saw these messages about buying this collection. So tomorrow at like 2 or 3 o'clock, I'm off tomorrow. So I'm so hyped. If I buy this whole collection, at the very least, if we don't agree on a price, I'm gonna try and consign this collection for this guy because it's a family friend and I don't want to lowball them. I want them to feel like they're happy. But at the same time, I'm like, damn, y'all, if I had just answered that message on Instagram, if I would have answered their first message on Instagram in January 2nd, I probably would have got this whole collection that they now value at like $4,000. I probably would have got it for a couple $100. Honestly, a lot of people that don't care about Pokemon just don't price out any of this stuff. But I took way too long to get back to them, and they ended up pricing out everything. Um, T-Beast, to do what you love, I just don't relate to paintball. I'm going to tell you why each and every one of you relate to paintball a little bit. I'm going to tell you how. One, getting fresh air, we all need it. Two, getting exercise, we all need it. Paintball does it. Three, collecting, right? At the core of me getting back into paintball, it's actually more about collecting than it is actually playing paintball. I getting back into it, I didn't have a lot of nice paintball markers when I was a kid. So getting back into it and being an adult and having adult money, I'm like, damn, I could buy as many as I want at this point. It's way cheaper than Pokemon, right? Like the paintball market isn't like that, which also means there's money to be made there. But anyways, um, yeah, we can all relate to being collectors, right? And paintball, dude, it's so easy to start collecting these things. Even if they're broken, it's easy to collect them because they're just the designs are cool. But anyways, um, less saturated than Pokemon probably. So there's a lot. That's not exactly true. There's a paintball like trading community that like sells and buys guns privately. There's like Facebook groups for it, but certain markers, like unlike Pokemon, a certain marker, if you go after just like what I go after Planet Eclipse egos. So if I go after just that marker, it's very easy to like clean up the entire market on it and just keep buying them. And then I'm the only guy selling, like I buy all the clean ones. If they're messed up, if they have scratches, whatever, they're dirty, they don't work properly, I just don't touch that stuff. I really only go for stuff that I feel like has been somewhat taken care of by the previous owner. Anyways, dude, we have some really cool stuff tomorrow. We're gonna have a really cool video with that collection. Um, yeah, I need to drop a video about eBay authentication and that whole process, and I need to talk about the inspection process and how like fucked that is low key. And I'm definitely curious if other sellers can relate to like eBay basically stepping on our toes, like for sales that we're trying to make. Um, in terms of like less risky, like no, paintball is risky. I mean, it's like it's basically like if you have a working good condition marker, you're gonna get top dollar for it eventually, even if it has to sit for a little bit. And so far, a lot of the markers that I've put up, there's interest on every one of them. So that's pretty cool because I thought like, dude, no one's gonna want these. I'm gonna be stuck with these for a while. So that's what I thought was gonna be risky, but it's actually not been that risky. It's been like, and also the whole thing is to sell enough paintball gear so that I can just play for free. Okay, KJ is my boy. What's your favorite format for playing paintball? I miss the X ball days. So like speedball, X ball, that's fun, but that's actually not my favorite form of paintball. I love speedball guns, like the brrrr, I love that, but I actually prefer to play in the woods. I prefer to have like a drawn out scenario woods ball game, but I like the speedball markers, so I prefer to use them. But like I like the idea of having a little bit of distance on people and slowly advancing on the other team. Like I don't know. I don't get a lot out of playing X ball or speedball anymore because it's just it hurts a lot. I'm a lot older and like I don't have the stamina I used to have. And so like when you get shot up by a bunch of paint just like right when you start playing, it I don't know, it's just it's not all that great. But playing like a game where everybody has a little bit of distance and you can kind of slowly work into the game, I like that a lot. So I still like Woods Ball. And I just started buying some Woods Ball guns too. I just started buying Woods Ball guns too. I was gonna stick to just speedball markers, but now I'm buying Woods Ball guns too because I don't know. I couldn't help myself. It's too much fun. It's so cheap right now. I'm driving an hour tomorrow to pick up two more Woods Ball scenario guns, and I'm picking them up for $90 a piece. They both work. They both have fully automatic triggers. That's amazing. For $90 a marker, like even if they need new O-rings, that's incredible. Like those are $300, $200 markers easily. But it's just fun to go on adventures. So I'm gonna go pick up some paintball stuff tomorrow, and then after that, I'm gonna go meet with a family friend that has this massive collection. I'm super excited. There's this person that has this collection that I'm going to buy. Near mint Charizard, near mint Blastoise, near mint Alakazam, near mint like all of the base set cards near mint kept in a binder. They look really, really clean too. Like they sent me extra photos. They look super, super clean. So I'm really excited about this collection tomorrow. Um, Other than that, like what do you guys want to talk about? What's going on in the hobby right now? Um, what are the moves to be making? I think with the whole eBay inspection thing and authentication thing, like and everything taking forever, I feel like right now buying and selling sealed booster boxes actually is like the move for reselling on eBay, honestly. I don't know how much longer I'm going to be picking up cards from the shop. And if I do, I'm probably going to stick with stuff that's below 250 value because I don't want to deal with authentication and all that BS and then the inspections telling me there's something wrong with my cards every time. I'm tired of that. And every single time the buyers take the cards. So they still want the cards because usually I'm giving a decent deal on it. Um, because I want to make deals. I want to get rid of this stuff, but I want to get it moving. But yeah, when it takes several days through eBay and then it gets inspected and then they say there's something wrong with it, it doesn't matter how they phrase it. It just looks bad on you as a seller, and that's not fair because a lot of the time I'm listing so much stuff. I'm not even really looking that hard at it. I'm just like, got to get these listed, got to get these sold, and so I don't know. It's going to change a lot of things, and I'm wondering if anybody else can like relate with selling on eBay and having to deal with those inspections. So when I make that video tomorrow, I'm hoping it'll be well received. Hopefully, there'll be more people that can relate, and maybe we can just kind of start an open discussion, kind of talk about this whole inspection thing and what it means moving forward. KJ is my boy for real. I miss playing with the Ion. The Ion is honestly not the best speedball marker, but there's one that's like brand new mint condition. Probably all the O-rings need to be changed, but there's someone with one on eBay. It's like $80 and $20 to ship it, and it has the original box and everything. That's what I love about paintball more right now than actually playing. Like playing is fun. Oh, I just got another air tank to keep testing out markers that I'm working on. So I have 3 carbon fiber air tanks right now. So I have like so much air to work with. Um, and I just got a brand new, well, not brand new, it's vintage, but I got a dye jersey, pants, and long sleeve shirt. Dude, I'm so pumped for this dye jersey. I'm so pumped. And I got another marker that I'm gonna list tonight, so I need to get on that after this. Dude, I've been listing stuff on eBay like a madman. So hopefully it ends up being worth it. But yeah, dude, the Ion is sick, dude. That the Ion is like that's like such an iconic, budget friendly speedball marker, but they like hardly ever work. Um, Adeline Graph, what's tomorrow? I didn't hear you. Tomorrow, what's tomorrow? So tomorrow I'm going to pick up some paintball stuff because I'm selling paintball stuff on top of Pokemon now. I'm also playing paintball again. And then I'm going to buy an insane collection of near mint vintage Pokemon cards from someone's childhood binder. I literally don't even have enough cash on me, but I have enough in my checking account that I could sell them if they're open to it. And if if it's still not enough money between my cash and what's in my checking account, I'm gonna try and just buy this person's collect. I'm gonna try and get it on consignment and just consign it for them. Maybe buy the Charizard, Blastoise, and a couple other cards that are in their binder, and then just consign everything else. Because I think a lot of the other stuff is gonna move really slow. So I definitely don't want to get caught paying too much for this collection. But yeah, that's what we got going on tomorrow. Um, Win, yo, what's going? Jajawa, what's going? Someone told me true collectors don't collect fake cards. Do you have any fakes, Orion? Um, I I think that's kind of silly. I think people can have proxies and people can wear fake Jordans and it's the same shoe basically and like knockoff designer. I'm not one of those people. I definitely want the real thing with whatever I'm doing. I don't want fake shoes. I don't want knockoff Pokemon cards or paintball stuff. I want the real deal with whatever I'm doing. But I don't want to say anybody's like a fake collector. KJ, I dropped 1.2K on Jar Chomp's stream. Had to get the black and white Zek and Resh. Wow, KJ, that is wild, dude. 1,200. I hope it was worth it, man. Um, James, yo, what's good? Calvin, yo, what's good? Um, Orion playing PUBG in real life. I never played PUBG, but I do. You guys know that I like to play Battlefield. Battlefield is fun. Max Burns, yo, it's good. I feel like I feel like I saw someone say like I had the pump paintball gun. Wait, let me see. Dude, I totally missed Billy. Yo, KJ. Okay, I knew I saw it. I knew I saw. How am I missing these, bro? How did I miss all these chats? What the f, bro? Um, Avenger, yo, it's good. My boy Silver, what do you think about the new Beckett grading turnaround and pricing? I don't know anything about that, so you tell me. I have to look into that. Eric, PSA Vault is all screwed up right now. Their Vault to Vault transfer stopped working for a while. Bro, the Vault to Vault transfer was the biggest BS ever. Bro, my first edition Raichu was supposed to transfer to the Vault. Like, that should be a seamless thing. That's so stupid. And it ended up taking like 3 weeks, 4 weeks to get here, bro. I'm beyond sick of it. I don't know how people are dealing with this. I feel like if I had the money, I wouldn't use any of that. I would pay and be like, just ship it to me because I don't want to deal with any of that, bro. It's stressful having to check up on it again and again and again, bro. It's stressful. Papa Chen just bought a Skyridge Gengar PSA 9. Nice. Thank you for putting me on to how freaking sick this card is. Paid 6.3. Papa Chen 6.3 is a steal, bro. 6.3 is a steal, bro. And you got a swirl. That's mad nice. I'm about to get my slabs out right now. Yo, I finally cracked and I got the what do you even call that? But shout out to our boy Gengar. Gengar. I got the that was embarrassing. No one saw that. This isn't live or anything. I what's it called? The Nebula. I finally got two Nebula graded guards. Finally cracked. Dude, they were like 20 something. I feel like 22 a piece at some point. I should have caught them. I ended up paying 32.50 a piece. I bought two of them as a bundle for $70, like $66 shipped. So I feel okay about it. It is what it is. They're probably gonna make more of those, whatever. It's fine. But I really wanted the Nebula guards, so now I have the a couple labyrinths and I have two of the Nebulas. So that's perfect for the Gengars that I have. And honestly, I feel like the labyrinth is the best looking one, especially with the Gengar. And literally like any psychic type, dude. The labyrinth is just sick. Labyrinth looks so good. Also, I don't know why we're putting sleeves over the guards. It looks worse, honestly. Look at this hollow. Look at this hollow compared to this one that doesn't have the sleeve on it. It's the clarity is so much better without the sleeve. It's so much better. Like I don't know why we're even putting sleeves. Okay, but anyways, I was catching up. Um, that's fair, brother. I would feel the same. What does being hit by a paintball feel like? It hurts a lot. Being hit by a paintball hurts a lot, and it's definitely one of the drawbacks in the game. When you get hit on your head and a paintball smacks on your head, dude, that shit hurts a lot. Um, and that's why, honestly, when I first played, I just like wore some regular clothes because I was like, I'm not gonna get that seriously back into this. But I quickly realized the reason you have jerseys and like these like colorful, bright, baggy pants, whatever, it's really just the material. It's padded, it's cushioned. The paintballs don't break as easily, and it doesn't hurt you nearly as much. When you're wearing paintball jerseys, like actual official paintball jerseys that have padding and cushioning in them, you can be a monster because you're literally not taking those hits. Like what I wore was like my workout like joggers and like a t-shirt. And bro, when I was getting hit, dude, holy crap, that shit hurts so much. But yeah, it hurts a lot. It's basically like a marble hitting you. That's really what it feels like. So it hurts a lot. I had Titman 98s. Tomorrow I'm going to pick up a Titman X7 for $90. Fully automatic trigger, extended barrel. Dude, it's beautiful. For $90, it needs a couple little things. Like it needs the rear sight for whatever reason it's missing a rear sight. It needs a different type of mag. It has a short mag, and the mag is irrelevant. It doesn't do anything on those guns. Now they have mag fed guns, which is even crazier. But it's like it's paintball. You don't want to use a mag that only has like 15, 20 rounds, whatever. You can have a hopper with 200 paintballs. Why would you want a mag fed gun? But anyways, back in the day, for y'all that don't know, paintball guns that were like military simulated paintball guns that had like a fake magazine clip on them. They were usually for like holding your tools and your Allen wrenches and like lubricant so you can lube up your bolt in the middle of the game if it's sticking or some crap. Anyways, yeah, you said Titman and I just went off. The Titman X7 is like that was like one of the best Titmans ever made. Dude, they have some crazy stuff now. Okay, real quick, and I'm gonna shut up about this. So BT, which is a company developed by Empire, they had a lot of cool guns back in the day, and I'm buying a couple of them just to see how they run nowadays. Probably a little rough, a little bit of kick, but they have this new gun. It is $900. This new military style paintball gun. It's $900. It's called the Defender. It's literally DFEN. Anyways, you get the point. Defender. It it has no hopper. It's hopperless. They integrated the hopper that has all the paintballs into the stock of the gun. So it's the first of its kind. There's never been anything else like it. It literally feeds the paintballs from the back of the stock into the barrel chamber. It's insane. It's absolutely gnarly. And the thing is like accurate, extremely good on air. Anyways, like it's just super efficient. It's incredibly accurate. It has an amazing rate of fire. Like it's an amazing gun. But I'm not spending no $900. Like me coming back into paintball has been all about like buying budget friendly stuff that I can either flip or just it's so cheap it really doesn't matter to me. You can't really. It's hard to do that with Pokemon right now. Just everything is so crazy expensive. It's so hard to do that with Pokemon right now. My first gun was a pump action. Paintball is so nostalgic. That's what I'm saying, though. I really feel like there's a huge market here. Even if people aren't into it, you don't have to play. You can literally collect the markers. They're just nostalgic. If you didn't play, I think it might be hard to appreciate it, but there's just so many color combinations and limited edition versions and so much cool stuff. And the community is it's dead for the most part, the sport, but the community is still there and there's people that are very avid collectors. Anyways, dude, the pump actions were some of the best ones ever. They weren't fancy. They weren't didn't have a lot of shots you could make. They had these tiny little 10 round clips, or they had a tiny little miniature hopper. But the pump action paintball guns are the most accurate paintball guns ever. Um, Yo, Billy, what's good? Yo, good to see you live, brother. When I got Michael Fable in November, eBay took my fuchsia guard during the authentication process. Such BS. I was pissed. What? Bro, what? They took your graded guard? Bro, see, that's what I'm talking about, bro. That's not right. That is not right. That is your property that is attached to that card. They should not be doing that kind of crap. That's not right. And I'm unhappy for you, bro. That's messed up. And that's not a cheap guard either. That's like a $30 guard. That's some BS, bro. Um, I'm gonna talk about that. If I talk about the whole authentication and inspection thing, I'm gonna talk about that tomorrow too. That like people, they take the guards, um, they might damage or scratch. It prolongs the process. They might tell a potential buyer that your card is not good enough. Billy, I don't think I told you, but I posted in our Discord. They hit me with my inspection. I sold a raw Lugia, and they flagged it because they said it was recolored. I bought the card in like 2019, 2020. I thought I got it from Card Shop, but I didn't. I bought it off eBay. So so it's funny. The card was fine when I bought it off of eBay in 2019, but now there's inspections and authentication, all this stuff, and all of a sudden, this card that was brokered from eBay, now they're flagging it and saying it has problems. And like I get it, it's a whole new system we have now, but it just like it's so ironic that I bought this fucking card off of eBay, and now several years later they're like, "Oh, wait, sir, this card has an issue," and it's like has nothing to do with my description at all. It has nothing to do with like the condition of what I listed the card for. The only thing it has to do with is like a minor spot that looks like it could have been recolored, not by me. I would never do something horrible like that and just shitty and shady and fraudulent. That's not my style. I care way too much of what people think about me. I care way too much about my eBay. That's like something that I've really been trying to build towards. And it may take me years to eventually get a better rate, a better fee structure, but yeah, dude, they flagged me on the inspection. And thank God the buyer still wanted the Lugia, but I'm like, how many other cards are they gonna flag me on? And it's gonna like throw a wrench in my plans of like liquidating this stuff. Anyways, I'm weird about selling cards over 250 now. I'm about to send some more stuff to DC Sports. Okay. I think I caught up now. Sorry, Max. What's good? Uh, Shit hitting crazy right now. I'm about to leg up wildly. All right, do you do private sales off of eBay? So KJ, I just did my first private sale off of eBay today, and it was much more profitable. And I didn't have to rip anybody off. I didn't have to set a crazy price like I always do on eBay. It's the only reason I set crazy high prices on eBay. There's no money in it. Like it's not worth my time. There's always money in the cards I pick up, but it's not even worth my time if I'm not getting like a more than normal decent return on it, you know? Anyways, that being said, yeah, I picked up a card for 1200 worth. We have no idea what that XY Charizard promo could be worth. That thing that I just picked up honestly could have been worth $2,000 plus. But um, a friend was like, "Yo, I'll pay you 1400. I'll sell you right now." And like honestly, like it's very humbling that someone trusted me that much. Not even PayPal, not even goods and service, just straight up Zelled me. Like you have no idea how helpful that was. And I just printed out the label, shipped it off to them today. So yeah, I did my first sale, and I wouldn't say it was like a small sale either. Like 1,400 is not peanuts, but I was able to give them a deal where they're going to see that card appreciate big time, and I was able to get a deal where I literally made $200 overnight. So that was nice. Um, the Mingler, I remember the pump paintball guns. I love that we're getting such a cool overlap of like the occasional person that did do paintball and Pokemon. And I know that we give a really bad reputation to like sneakerheads and the sneaker reseller community coming into Pokemon. But I gotta say that I like sneakers too, and I think that you can enjoy a lot of these hobbies sustainably. Um, but yeah, so the sneaker game was really tough. I mean, there's it's just strictly about reselling. I don't think anybody actually cares about the way shoes look these days. But I could be wrong on that. Yeah, I remember. But dude, I love seeing these comments on here. I love it, bro. I eat it up. The Mingler, I remember the pump paintball guns and the early spider guns way back 25 years ago. Dude, so when I didn't know any better and I was a kid, I used to think those spider guns were so cool. I was like, damn, I need to get a spider. I need a spider speedball gun, right? I didn't know any better. I thought spiders were the truth, but it was really all about Bob Long. Bob Long is a guy that actually played and like had no money. And if you like the lore of these people that were influential in paintball is really cool. Like people that we're going up against like corporate giants in the paintball world and they succeeded. Like they made something that outperformed the best of the best marketed paintball guns. Bob Long is a really influential name in the paintball community in the history. This guy single-handedly designed, engineered, and like manufactured, like did everything on his own basically on a budget, like with every penny he had left, he put it all on the line and created some of the most incredible paintball markers to ever be made. Like they were banned for a period because they were that good. They had a rate of fire that wasn't even hadn't been done yet. But yeah, they had a gun called the Intimidator, and the name just says it all. Like there's a really cool history behind paintball, so I'm glad that like I can bring it up and it's not like a huge deal. Yup, spiders. Yeah, I remember getting a translucent pump paintball gun 24 years ago, shot up the outside of my house. Now, those cheap Walmart ones were not the best, but yeah, we had fun with those too. Um, Calvin, yo, it's good. Nikki, I just got a Nebula 2 using it on my Koro Mew. Dude, the Koro Mew is sick. That's a card, again, in Japanese. Like, they're asking me, like, are you going to get in Japanese now? And I'm like, I would 100% get into Japanese. I really would. Like, and at this point, it's making more and more sense every other day to get into Japanese because Japanese is still relatively like somewhat affordable. I know a lot of Japanese cards are skyrocketing, but the Koro Mew is definitely one of them. It's crazy right now. Yeah, the Labyrinth looks really good. What graded cards would go good for the Genesect EX from Black Bolt? Ooh, there's like a purple yellow one. I feel like it was like a Halloween edition. I feel like or like I feel like I'm literally just describing Labyrinth. No, it's like yellowish, lightish, pinkish. There's something weird. I feel like it was a Halloween drop, but that one I think. Um, the guy on Caleb Hammer used. I'm not gonna lie. I may have just gotten that idea from that. KJ, I remember the first time I was watching dudes just ripping each other up after 3v3 bros went nuts, dudes. It's a little bit much. Those speedball fields, it's a little bit intimidating, honestly, even for me. I'm like, I don't really want to be shot up like within 30 seconds. And that's what happened. Like the first couple speedball matches, these guys are playing with like the newest $2,000, $3,000 paintball guns, and they're just like I don't do that. When I go to play paintball, I play on a budget. I like to fill up a hopper with 200 rounds. I don't bring like a harness or extra pods. I literally just play with what I have and I just ping, 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 ping. I like really try to get an accurate shot and not waste the paint. Because that's the biggest issue with paintball. Paint is expensive and it should be. It's expensive and it's to create paintballs. It's expensive to manufacture, and on top of that, you have crappy paint, you're gonna have a crappy time. You have good paint, you're gonna have a good time. So it's worth it to just buy good paint. But I try to stretch mine out. Anyways, John, people freeze paintballs and mix them in. I've seen crazy bruises. Now that to freeze a paintball, that's just mean. That is just nasty work right there. But yeah, I can see it. Um, and maybe a part of that is also I feel like that borderline, like you could really, really get in trouble for that and hurt someone like really badly with that. I've seen it all. I there have been that is another issue with paintball. It is very dangerous. People get badly hurt all the time. I've had friends that I played with got hurt. I've literally shot my friends before close range. I've made a lot of mistakes early on as a kid playing paintball, and I don't want to make those mistakes as I don't want to make those mistakes as an adult again. So I like to think that I've learned from a lot of crazy stuff I did as a younger kid and a lot of mistakes I made playing paintball and just not really following the rules, not really wearing masks, my friends not really wearing their masks when we should have been, like, and just like sketchy, crazy stuff happening and being around that and almost like haunted by it a little bit. But part of me playing again is getting past some of that trauma and like bad bad memories I had because I had a lot of good memories. I had a lot of countless birthdays, countless times I went with my friends and played and had a great time and nothing ever went wrong. So I'm trying to relive that a little bit. I don't know how long it'll last though. Um, are the red paintballs faster? No. Little Apple. Uh, hello King. Yo, it's good. Jason. Uh, They should honor the original authenticity. What do you mean by that? I suppose they can't because of what they're saying about the card, but shitty. Um, like yeah, I think it's great when they could just say like this card is authentic. You're getting the real deal. You're not getting gypped off. But then they go a step further and be like, you didn't list that this tiny little flaw. You didn't list it. You forgot to list it. Well, yeah, not every eBay seller, even if they knew about it, they're not going to want to shoot themselves in the foot over stuff that they have to sell, right? And there's always someone out there that's still going to be happy with the card, even if it has a flaw, because they're getting it for a good deal. And I think that's why my cards ended up getting kept. But Diana, come to bed. Um, it's only been 30 minutes. We've only done the stream for 30 minutes. Um, I know you got the I know you got the choice vintage grails. Oh, once I decide which one to go for, I'll hit you up. Dude, for sure. Not saying that I'll sell many of mine, but dude, there are some sevens and eights of cards that I do want to sell, but there's a part of me that's like, nope, nope. I'm gonna start collecting lower grade cards because I don't see myself buying a lot of these cards in PSA 10. There's not enough money in the world, not enough time. I don't have enough resources to pull together what I really want to do with my collection and like really step it up a notch. Unless I hit it big some way somehow. But for right now, I've got some lower grade stuff that if people are interested, like I definitely would work private deals on some of this stuff. For example, I love this Blastoise, but this is a PSA 8 is not a PSA 9, is not a PSA 10, but is a PSA 8. It has a really, really nice swirl. It is first edition. What cert is that? Oh, it's a 9.5 cert too. That's a good cert. It's like that's a pretty recent cert with all the madness. That's probably literally like less than 6 months ago. But yeah, this is a nice card. Like that's the kind of stuff that I'll be moving forward to collect. That's the kind of stuff that I'll be moving forward to sell. And I still have a lot of slabs that I graded myself from my binders. Like this is a Skyrish Flareon and a PSA 7. Like it's not crazy, but I'm not really getting rid of it. I might down the road, but like it's too soon. Like it's like James over at Z&G Emporium said, futures future's still too bright in Pokemon. Um but yeah, some of the eights, some of those sevens and eights I might unload at some point, but I'm trying to build that up because like I want to show people that I don't just do like the highest end status of these cards. I also just collect them in grades that make sense with prices that make sense. Um, the Mingler electronic trigger, I remember that in sixth grade. Yeah, that double tap, dude, the double tap and the response trigger where you just like slowly hold your finger and it would start kind of almost fully auto shooting it. Um, they made one that was so sensitive, so sensitive. My buddy was loading in his hopper and shot me with a three-shot blast just sitting there. Man, some of those markers when they were ramping up the BPS, dude. Yeah, dude, and it hurt. It hurts like crap. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I've had a couple. We had quite a few close calls like that. Um, and yeah, it can be pretty traumatic. So that's the biggest drawback with paintball is that they are guns. It is a safety thing, and it's not for everybody. And like gun safety just in general goes really hand in hand with like paintball, big time. Would you get a GoPro and post some vids of you playing paintball? So that's a big thing on the field. There's a lot of guys that do have those GoPros. I personally don't know if I would go that route. I would definitely consider it, but I don't know, man. I don't know. I would definitely consider it, but I think for the most part, if someone had like footage of me, like was following me, like on the speedball field and like watching me tear some shit up, like yeah, I would do that. I would like let a friend just like ask him to record me during a game and just show y'all what I'm made of out there. But on the flip side, like it was supposed to be something like on the side to kind of distract me from Pokemon and all the craziness in this hobby, and also just something that was really for me. I wasn't going to tell anybody about it, but if you know me, I can't keep anything to my damn self. I have to tell people about stuff that I'm getting into. So, I never thought that that would be something that I would like turn into content, honestly. What I would like to do is make videos talking about markers that I think are amazing, but also, again, there's not really an audience for that. And if there ever is, right, because paintball might be growing again, apparently it's like expanding. They're going like major league with it. If that happens, I'll be on the forefront of it. But for right now, I'm just happy to be playing again. I played in a band with a dude that had a detached retina from a point blank misfire. Yeah, and that's more common than you think. There's a lot of friends of mine have had close calls like that, and I also do know somebody with the exact same situation. Um, I bought a slab from GS back in July, and then I sent it to the vault, the PSA drop off event. Fast forward to December, and they told me they can't fault it because it was stolen and decertified. Oh, dude, that's tough. Too cheap. Too cheap was the better quote for sure. Currency. I'm very transparent with my eBay listings. Better over condition the card um, than not list the stuff and the customer gets upset. Well, I think you mean better under condition the card. I like looked up a thread on in the eBay community, and people were like, "Should we just not list the conditions anymore?" I thought that was kind of funny. Um, People are really trying to find a way around this right now, and I think it is what it is. Like I've had great luck. I haven't had anything refunded or returned. I'm just saying it pisses me off a lot, and I think like great for people that are like, no, Orion, like just tell me, guys, just tell me if you think that this inspection thing is ultimately a net positive. Just tell me. I respect it, but when you're the one making those sales and you don't have time to nitpick every little thing, and they're putting your card under a microscope and telling the customer what's wrong with it, it will piss you off. I can promise you that. And it might even lose you sales. And you might even lose sleep over it. And you might even lose other potential sales because of it. The silver lining in this is that if you do get something sent back, the market might move up even further, and then when you get it back, it's actually worth more. That's the only silver lining I can see in it. I mean, it's amazing for the buyer, the transparency, the trust, the making sure that the buyer is covered because they probably have so many return cases and BS cases with trading cards. I haven't had to deal with any, so I don't realize how bad it is out there, but I just feel like the whole process has gotten so fucking slow, right? You sell the card and then your funds are on hold, even if you're a top notch seller and you always get your payouts quickly. Everything is taking forever right now. And, y'all can relate with this probably. It's really easy to buy up a bunch of shit. It's really hard to get rid of it quickly. Unless you're a vendor or at a show or you're doing claim sales on Instagram and you're one of the head honchos that sells stuff on Instagram, it's tough. But I'd definitely want to hear more people's perspective on this. Um, no, that's where you get in trouble. I got 100% feedback, friend. I have 100% feedback too. Um, Ryan, start seeking some angels to restore. Dude, the WDP angels are so sick, dude. That is y'all are about to start looking at some paintball stuff now. I just know it. Dude, and the WDP Angels are on my list of I want to own a couple of these. I never had one as a younger guy, and I just remember being on the field. If someone had an angel, it was like, oh, that guy's got an angel. It was like, oh, watch out for that. So very cool, dude. Those are some of the best looking markers ever made. And that's the thing. I come from a family of artists. To me, the design and the art behind paintball guns is I don't know, it's fascinating to me. Like the milling and the craftsmanship in it, it's fascinating to me, and I love it. And I love learning about it and the history of it. It's just like Pokemon to me. It's the same thing. It's definitely more difficult, and if you're not handy, you will get frustrated. Oh my god, guys, the first couple of weeks I wasn't making YouTube content. I wasn't sleeping. I wasn't eating. I couldn't think straight. I had so much paintball stuff coming in. I didn't even I was overwhelmed. I didn't realize how big of an issue it was going to become. I just thought the best in people. I thought I would get good condition stuff, and all of a sudden, stuff isn't airing up. It's leaking. It's not turning on. It's not firing. The O ring is turned to mush. The little rubber pieces, the little fingers almost that are inside of the barrel chamber, they're called ball detents. Those things turn into literal black tar. They turn into the worst type of material to try to clean up and get out of there. There is definitely you need to be kind of handy with it, but if you are handy, dude, there's this one seller called Curated Paintball. This dude is, and I've done a couple private deals with him already. This dude is making a buttload of money flipping these old markers. People just chuck them. They're like, take it. It doesn't even work. He's selling it for 500 after he pays $100 for it. If you can get to that level, that guy is the James Z and G Emporium of paintball, curated paintball. And then there's Trade My Gun, which is a really big broker, middleman, and consigner. And then there's CPX Bros Paintball or something. They're really big too. There's three big paintball sellers on all of eBay. That's it. From what I can tell, that's it. It's pretty, honestly, it's a pretty shallow market, it feels like. Um, okay, Mingler. Well, I think one of the issues with raw cards is that people have a wide variety of ideas of conditions. Very, very true. And I do as well. I consider a lot of the moderately played stuff at my shop, some of it, I'm like, that's more like lightly played. I consider some of their near mint stuff to be lightly played or moderately played, right? There's some weird, but for the most part, I think the shop actually um, undergrades a lot of stuff to protect themselves too. What did I get on my shirt? What the heck did I get on my shirt? Um, but you're not wrong. Um, the Mingler, yo, Chad, yo, what's good? Like a 7 is near mint. A card can have issues and still be called near mint. Yes, absolutely. Like a card can have and that's I think something newer collectors need to understand is that near mint can literally be white spots on the edges, on the corners, still near mint. I feel like near mint goes pretty like you can it's so subjective. I do that is that's a tough one, right? Because there's and then there's LP plus and near mint plus. And, this is like MP plus. Like it's moderately played, but it's slightly better. It's very close to LP. Like some of my cards, I list like the front is LP, the back is more MP. Like the back has like plenty of lighting, but the front like it looks pretty good. And I love cards like that because they show really nicely, but the back is kind of trashed. But those are the type of cards I first started collecting for my binders. Was like cards that had nice fronts, but the backs were chewed up. Um, there was a closed bolt marker in olive I was obsessed with back in the day. Never bought it. They had issues. Um, yeah, my favorite is the Planet Eclipse Ego. I just love those. I love that you can just pop the bolt out. It's so the design makes so much sense. And they're still awesome. They still tanks. They still work great, and people are still making their own parts for them because like Planet Eclipse doesn't always have the parts. Anyways, hypothermia. Yo, what's good? Um, is there anything that you guys really want to talk about in the TCG space? Again, I'm asking you guys. Is there anything that you want to talk about? We got about. I'm gonna go for about an hour, so we got about 15 minutes, 14 minutes left. Um, Got Diana in the chat. Diana is asleep at this point. I can guarantee it. 1 in the morning is way too late for my wife. Way too late. Um, Orion, recent sales have Lovebirds has hit 10.5. You buying at this point? I'm gonna tell you what right now. I told some of my close friends in the community this. I'm gonna tell you guys this. I am buying those Lovebirds regardless at where that price is. I wanted to wait for it to get down to 7 or 8K, and honestly, at that time, I kind of called it. I was like, 7 to 8K seems like it's probably a good deal. This seems like it's a $10,000 card at this point for good. If Moonbreon can be where it's at, Latios deserves to be a 10K card, honestly. And this is before buying one, right? I can't be biased if I don't damn own the card yet. I do think it's worth probably 10K, 10.5, whatever. If I can flip some other stuff and bring my costs down or even trade into one, yeah, I don't care if it's 10K. I need that card. I almost have all the tag team GXs. And there's literally like I love the Magikarp. I love the Magikarp up there. It's my newest GX that I picked up, but I still need the Espeon Umbreon, or no, Espeon Deoxys. I still need the Darkrai Umbreon, and I still need the Latios, and I need the Gardevoir, and I need the Alolan Raichu. But like everything else is like honestly like almost a joke. Like nothing else is like that big of a deal. There's some other GXs. The Charizard Reshiram, I would like to have that one too. That one's probably going crazy right now, but for the most part, like there's not a whole lot that I want out of the GXs, but I need the Lovebirds to complete them. Like, like I will literally sell all of my GXs if I can't get the Lovebirds, and I'm going to get them. Like, it's not the most crazy exuberant card that I've bought before, so I know that I can pull it off. Um, but it's definitely an expensive card, and I would definitely have to line some sales up to offset it first. Um, Queen, how we doing? Are there AirPods connected to your phone? There was this one right here, but it shouldn't be on. There's no reason it should be on right now. I just have it in because I was listening to music on the way from home from work. Um, PSA 7 is near mint, so anything that can grade a 7, I would consider near mint for sure. Um, KJ, your top 5 arts right now in modern. Okay, wow. Well, starting off. I would say that if I saw the Phantasmal Flames Charizard in a PSA 10 at the shop, or even raw at the shop, I would scoop that thing up so fast. So I'm gonna go Phantasmal Flame Zard because that's such a good looking, and we're gonna keep this just to the Mega era, right? We're gonna keep this to the Mega era right now. Um, I'm gonna throw the Marshadow in the ring too. I really like the Marshadow. We got our Marshadow right there. Um, I really like the Marshadow. I think the Marshadow is sick. I also want to say the Chinese exclusive Gengar is also badass. Um, what else? Oh my God. Definitely the Mega Gengar that we're gonna get. The Mega Gengar is gonna be absolutely insane. Or we already have. Is Ascended Heroes already that already came out. That's old news now. Um, I need to look at what that's selling for right now. But yeah, the Mega Charizard, the Mega Gengar, those are the like classic Orion, the Charizard and the Gengar. Those are the two big ones I would say for me. Marshadow's really cool. Um, Try to think in Mega what I really liked. I like the Bulbasaur, Ivysaur, Venusaur line. That's awesome. I did just pick up the Mega Gardevoir EX. That card is so sick. Really like that too. Yeah. Haven't heard you say if you'd even consider vending. I would. At this point, I would 100% vend. It doesn't make any sense not to. It's lucrative. It would teach me about the market way more. I could buy it 60, 70, even 80%, which would be amazing, and would make my life a lot easier. I could rebrand as a vendor, and I would be able to have that trust built in to making people private deals. Um, I think I have to trust people more. Like people are just gonna have to trust me, right? Like I'm gonna sell you the card. I have way too much going for me to care about doing some little scam BS. But I have a really hard time trusting people. So that is going to be really hard for me in terms of doing more private deals for people in the future and like helping people out. I'm gonna have to know that they like have a friend of a friend that is in the community that we have mutual friends, like something to connect us. Because yeah, I just don't trust people in general. Um, but yeah, I would love to vend. Mingler, I have the Lovebirds in an 8. I had a 9, and I shouldn't have sold it. I sold it to get the 10, and then I took way too long, and the whole thing was a wash. I could have kept that 9. It would have been easy money. Um, 23, 24, it was like 1.2. I thought that was insane. Bry Camp, hello, handsome. Hope you had a great day. I appreciate that. You too. Billy, you're gonna buy Band Sabrina's Gengar in Japanese. Would love that. Also, the guard you were thinking of earlier is Witch's Brew. I think Witch's Brew. If Bezos walked up to you, oh my god, dude, tomorrow, gosh dang, dude, I should just record my whole day tomorrow, like just like tidbits of the day and like making the paintball deal and then going to see the Pokemon cards. That's the content people really need to see. Like that's not the content I want to make because it's just like draining and I just want to be in the moment. But that's what people want to see. People want to see that boring part of like you driving somewhere to make deals and like meeting someone and like looking through a binder of cards. I got to get that on film. I got to get it on film. Um, but what was I gonna say? Forgot what I was gonna say. But yeah, tomorrow's gonna be. I should go to bed. I'm probably gonna stay up a little bit, but I should go to bed because tomorrow's gonna be a lot. Um, any plans on getting? Okay, if Bezos walked up to you and said you could buy one card for free, only one, which would you choose? Um, it should be the Pikachu Illustrator, right? The Pikachu Illustrator should be the card that I would choose. But I gotta be honest, probably Gold Star Rayquaza PSA 10. That probably would be my pick. Like if all the value's the same, that would be my pick. First edition Charizard would be a close second in a 10 because that's just like way up there. That's Grail trophy and mass produced and still like the hottest thing ever. Hot enough to melt boulders. Um, but yeah, the Pikachu Illustrator should be the top pick, but that's more of a hype pick more than like there's no I can't have nostalgia tied to that, right? There's nostalgia tied to the Charizard. I didn't really know about Gold Stars that much when I was a kid, so like really don't have a lot of nostalgia there. I just really like the Rayquaza. That one's dope to me. Um, any plans of getting a Quaplus Lugia in a 10 before it goes up even more? I would love to get a Quaplus Lugia in a 10. I have dreams, I have hopes, no plans. Detective Pika, Mega Gengar, 100% fire. Absolutely. Casper, I just got back into collecting and I'm going for WotC Master Sets. Main focus on collecting with long term goal of making Pokemon cards like 5% of my portfolio because I think that's super fun. Um, yeah, dude, it's a wild ride. Just enjoy it and just collect what you like and try not to get too caught up in like the FOMO and hype of what everybody else wants. Do you? Continued any advice on what to focus on first? It feels like to go for the big guys like base set Charizard and Lugia, but I'm worried about prices will keep going up. They will. They will. Frankly, they will. And that is why we're all stressed out. It's now or never for vintage. I think base set Charizard, no brainer. That's a great card to start with. It's definitely a rookie, like beginner noob card to go for, but it's what I went for, and I love mine. I've got I graded the highest grade I got on base set Charizard. Personally grading was a PSA 7. So I have a PSA 7 base set Charizard, and I'm very happy with it. I think PSA 7, PSA 8 is great value. If you can get a PSA 9, that is amazing. It literally, there's no reason to get a 10 for a base set Charizard. Honestly, no reason. But it would be amazing. Your channel would probably explode if you did vendor POVs. And like that's another thing. Like I get tired of like day in, day out, like making videos here and there. It's like I feel like I'm working harder, but to be fair, like going to a show, getting the tickets, recording all of that, trying to edit it all and like create some meaningful content out of it is harder than it looks, right? It's easy for me to say that like I could do this, but it's harder than it looks. I 100% agree though. I do think the channel would expand way more because then you're like, "Oh, you're Orion, you're that guy." Absolutely. You go to shows, you're getting that exposure. You're getting a massive community that wants to see that kind of stuff and wants to find you, and you're going to be found if you're at shows. So yeah, that's a free ticket into just exploding anybody's channel. But it would be nice for me because I have the backbone of doing this. I have the or the not the backbone. I have the backstory of like kind of doing this for a couple of years. Vending would just be another layer to it, but Diana would have to be cool with it. And I would definitely like I wouldn't want to just like leave my family. They would have to be involved somehow, have to buy tickets for everybody. It's just complicated. But I would love to get into vending. Even though I feel like a lot of stuff you can find from the comfort of your home, vending still makes so much sense. Um Dude, and that's the thing. As a vendor, I would have so much fun because like I hunt after a lot of specific cards. But I like it all. I really do. I like it all. It would be so much fun to come home with cool shit. I'm so jealous of them sometimes. Dude, the deals and the percentage off of market, the deals. Um, you got it, Casper. And hey, man, join our Discord. We're a super chill group of guys. Also, if we get to know each other, we can make private deals and so forth and like have it be stress free and a trustworthy place. So join the Discord if you want to. It's linked below. Most of the people that are in these streams, these late night streams, are a part of our Discord too. Um, Melodroit, why do you look like 300 other YouTubers? Oh, thank you. That is a compliment. Um, Go man, I got a PSA 10 base set Charizard. I know. And I'm not saying I wouldn't go for one or trade for one. I'm just saying it's a very and that card has performed very well. I thought that card was a buy. I think it was like 8 to 9K, maybe 10K. I was like, this kind of makes sense with how expensive the box is. It makes sense to just buy the 10. You're probably not going to pack a 10 anyways. Turtle, I think your regular content is more unique though for sure. Vendor POV content is the meta though. Yeah, it's definitely the path of least resistance. Um, I do think my content is unique. My rants, I I have a hard time staying on point. I have a hard time capping my videos and like stopping at a certain point. That's something I literally asked Diana. I was like, "Would you please like just like maybe knock on the door after my videos have gone on past 20 minutes?" Because I literally, if she would just remind me, like, "Hey, come on, you're gonna wrap it up." It's just hard for me to stop talking once I get an idea on something, and I don't really know when the like stopping point is. But I think that would make a lot of my videos more palatable if it was shorter and people could fit it in. Because doing like 30-minute plus long videos just doesn't work for most people. Um, Whenever Ryan uploads a buyer POV at a car show, it feels like a seasonal special. Those are fun to do though. They're really fun, and I'm like, I hope something cool pops up so that there's something unique in this. There is a card show in April, so I'm gonna go to that. We're gonna do that. Um, They're also guys. So the shop that I'm 5 minutes away from now does trade nights every single Saturday night. That could be just as good content. That could honestly be really, really good content to go to those, try to make some deals, try to buy some of these people's collections and cards, and it would give me way better deals than what I'm buying from the shop. Like I'm sure eventually the shop is going to give me a slightly better deal though, because I can't imagine how many people are going in there and spending the kind of money I'm spending. But we've got a lot of good stuff coming down the pipeline. I think the most important thing is that I'm back on track, and I know that even if my video sucks, it is better to just stick with it and keep going because it is. I don't know what it is, guys, but once you stop doing videos for a couple weeks, it's just impossible to get back into it. It's impossible. Like so I'm like, whenever I get back into a flow, I'm very grateful, and then I'm just waiting. Like, what's gonna throw me off? Is it gonna be my rental tenant? Is it gonna be the bar? We get overwhelmed with stuff we're falling behind on. Is it gonna be an emergency with my kids? Something with Diana? Like, right now things are good, and I'm finally getting my credit card like paid down. I'm making deals left and right on paintball stuff and Pokemon, and I'm just like, Ryan, keep going, brother. Like you got this. Like I'm 2026, we're gonna get our shit together. Um, I appreciate you guys. And that's the other thing. Like, should I be making content of showing what I pick up from the shop? Maybe, but I think it annoys them and gets me worse deals. And I also feel like I come home, I get the cards all listed and ready to go, and then I can just make a video and show you guys what I picked up. And it's just so much easier time wise. And I'm so stretched thin on time these days. Um, but anyways, solid stream. Once again, it is 1:30 in the morning my time, and I have to prep for this day trip tomorrow, and I have to list a paintball gun that just came in, and I gotta check my eBay, and I gotta check back on Instagram and see if there's any messages that I missed because I'm still catching up on those. And yeah, dude, guys, I really, really hope this deal with the vintage cards goes well tomorrow. And I'm kind of thinking, like, bro, if they're not budging on price, because on January 2nd, they messaged me. Yeah, I was just gonna buy the collection from cash from them. Now they've uploaded everything to collector, so they have these values attached to all the cards, and so I'm a little bit worried about their valuation versus what I really want to pay. So I may just grab a couple cards, but like real quick before we close up the stream, what angle do you guys think I should have on this? should I go into it like I mean, I feel like I want to get excited for what they have. Like that's the honest thing. But I feel like when you're buying stuff from someone, you have to like lie. You have to like deceive, and like I hate that part of buying and selling because it's like, oh yeah, like this stuff's like kind of nice. Like this one's good, this one's good, this one's whatever. But maybe I'll just go into it. I'll just record it. I'll be honest. I'll be like, dude, Charizard, such a cool card to see. Blastoise, so cool. A lot of these other base set cards are like, meh, it's whatever. Because that is the truth. Like, it's cool to see, but like, I don't need a lot of that stuff. I'm like, dude, don't go crazy tomorrow. Like, just because they have the cards doesn't mean you have to buy it all. But I know they're gonna want to probably get rid of it all. And there's a lot of cool stuff in there. There's some nice Japanese cards in there. All of it's like near mint. And also, like, is it all near mint or is it more lightly played? So that'll be interesting to see tomorrow. Live stream going through the binder. Um, I could do that. I could do that when I get home for sure. I'm off of work tomorrow. We could do that. We could do like a midday stream going through the binder. And like I literally can just change the freaking camera angle. Oh, well, I got the camera cover on there. But yeah, we could definitely do that. That'll be fun. I'll pay you X percentage. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That reminds me of that South Park. I am Lord. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Vintage doesn't always mean it's the greatest buy ever. Condition is super important for sure. Um, there's some. I think there's some card ass cards. I forget what those cards are. I can't remember exactly what they were, but there's some interesting stuff in there that I'm surprised they had in a childhood binder. There's some cool. There's some cool. I think it's a vending series. I think there's some vending series cards in there. Yeah, vintage. Yeah, it's definitely hard to gauge whether it's worth grading. Whereas modern, it's like you know that most of it's near mint, and then okay. Well, my daughter is crying, so I got to go deal with that. Anyways, it's been great seeing you guys. We're wrapping it. We're wrapping it up, and hopefully we get some cool content tomorrow. Peace. I'll see you guys soon. Wish me luck. Definitely got to do some research.